Hello, welcome to another episode of Spilled Ink with your host,
Emily.
And we have a guest.
Hey, you gotta introduce yourself.
Oh, I'm Daidus.
And today we have a very special guest visiting Japan right now. We have June.
Hi, hello.
Woo.
For those not in the know,
Please
tell them about yourself.
I'm June. I draw online. I don't know how to describe myself. I've been doing YouTube like 10 years. I did Warrior Cats, and then I do like speed paint stuff, and I just talk about the art process, and I draw OCs, and now I draw like a lot of cookies, but like, who knows how long that phase is gonna last. I just gotta do whatever I want, honestly.
But first, we need to thank the sponsor of today's video, Zen Plus. Zen Plus is an online marketplace that connects people from all over the world with Japanese sellers. An example of some of the cool stuff you can find is apparel from Air Tokyo. We're known for the anime and manga inspired merchandise. All of their products are limited edition, which means that once they're sold out, they won't be restocked. For example, we have some of Air Tokyo's pieces, their 70th anniversary Godzilla sweatshirt and their Do Rat hoodie, both of which feature some really cool anniversary illustrations, perfect for any Godzilla fan. And if you use our coupon code ZENINK25, you'll get 1,500 yen off of any purchase over 6,000 yen, valid for 3 months after the release of this video. So if you would like to check out some cool anime inspired apparel, check out Air Tokyo's products in the description before they're gone. Thanks so much to Zen Plus for sponsoring this video, and now back to the video and back to yapping. Bye. Are you
Hell
still in
yeah.
your animator phase, or?
I've been getting back into it. I've been getting back into that because of my cookies.
I'm so excited to talk about it. And what are we doing today, June? What medium are we using?
I'm indoctrinating you guys. I'm the highlighter guy.
Yay!
We're using highlighters today.
What is it? This is so cute. What is it?
It's just a little highlighter set.
This is a highlighter set?
Wee! Yeah, you can just pull it
I
apart.
didn't know you could use highlighters to use art.
See, that's the thing. That's why I like highlighters so much. I've been big in my sketchbook era. I've been making a lot of sketchbooking videos lately.
I did not know you can get so many colors with highlighters.
Right, isn't it great? So I've been doing a lot of sketchbook stuff, and I find that the way that I enjoy sketchbooking is I keep it simple. I keep it simple, stupid. So I don't I don't worry about like making stuff pretty. I would love to show you if I hadn't dropped and thrown my other
You say
sketchbook
that, but
all the way over here.
Every sketchbook tour you post, it is like, I love the way you sketch.
You're so
because you
kind.
make it look so, like, you have very dynamic sketches that look
Thank
effortless.
you. I've got like
I don't know how you do it. See,
I've got these if you wanted to look at these. Okay, so these are what I did on the plane here.
I like how loose they look.
Yeah. So I just I
Oh my god.
do just enough. Like, I need to be done immediately. I don't want to spend any time on it.
And do you just like raw dog it with pen?
So yeah, I have a couple different methods. Like this page, I just went straight in it with pen, and then I added highlighter to the ones that I wanted to like this is a scene, and to help like itemize them as different scenes, and so you understand that you're supposed to group them in different ways. I colored them in different places. But then like these,
Oh
I
my
did the
goodness.
loose sketch in the highlighter, and then I did the pen on top, and then I have like
Oh, so you like sketch with highlighter first?
yeah, and then these like I
love their
blocked
hair.
in the silhouette. Thank you. I blocked in the silhouette before I added highlighter or lines to that. I did that with like these Sonic ones over here. I did that on the plane back from. Ooh, there was a bad page we just skipped.
I didn't see anything.
You might have to blur that out. I did these on like a plane back
What the
from London.
Oh,
Are you a Sonic fan?
excuse my profanity.
I just saw Sonic 3 recently, and that made me want to draw the characters.
Wow, I
That's
like
all I really know.
the faces of Knuckles.
Wait,
like,
this looks sick.
Thank you. Like I block them in with the highlighter first, and then I add the lines afterwards. And like people on the plane approached me afterwards, like, I've never seen anyone do that. Do you have an Instagram? I'm like, thanks.
Wait, I like the highlighter look, huh? It looks
Yeah,
sick. You
so-
give me the impression that you draw fast. Am I
Oh yeah.
wrong?
Oh yeah. I'm built for speed.
Oh my god, you guys are like a different breed.
See, that's what I'm here to teach you
We are
today.
kindred spirits.
Yeah, please let me go faster.
I'm here to teach you to go faster. There was one other page I wanted to show
Oh,
just
yeah,
to like
please.
make my
Whoa,
point.
damn.
Oh,
Whoa.
that was a study. God damn it! like this is like 3 colors, and I like layering them. I think highlighters give a nice, fun layering effect, kind of similar to alcohol markers, but they're not like high pressure like alcohol markers. They're just highlighters, you know? They're cheap highlighters. You don't have to stress about the drawing looking cool because they're just friggin' highlighters.
Oh, yeah.
Although I did manage to get on this page, there's slight like I blended them. I blended the
highlighters?
freaking highlighters.
Let's get a zoom in.
Yeah, can we get a zoom in on that, please?
Oh, these little
this is good.
fun little gems.
Yeah.
Hee hee.
Dude, this whole episode could just be a sketchbook tour. I'd be down.
I think maybe while we start conversation, we can warm up just like layering them differently because I think it's fun to see them layer.
What is your method?
Is this your favorite brand?
I love Stabilo. Yeah, these are my guys.
Everybody's got their favorite brand.
Oh
huh?
yeah, I love Stabilo ones.
When do you use these though?
I used those on
Just like-
this page over here.
Wait, what is that? Is that a paint?
These are highlighters.
Yeah, you just pull it apart.
What the heck?
There's
So
different
sick.
highlight.
Where'd
I
you get
love
these?
just like a regular store, like not an art store, and that means that they're the cheapest and the not greatest ones, which are my favorite kinds. The way I see it, you don't need to be perfectionist about it, right? Like I know for a fact that if I take something into a digital program that I can fine tune it and correct it until it looks great and awesome and perfect and wonderful, I know I can do that. It doesn't change that if my sketches don't look good. Like that does not denote my ability to make something look beautiful. So if I am able to like draw as many things as possible while sketching, I am maximizing what I am learning through my sketching, and then I can take that and like draw something pretty later. Like compartmentalizing what I'm focusing on. Is that the word I want to use?
I am complete opposite of this take, but I agree with this take.
It's a good mindset to be in. It's one of those things where it's like I have to remind myself sometimes because like I have my mantras, but they have to be mantras. You have to like I'll go through phases where I'm working in my sketch with like, damn, this is and I have to just power through it, and I'll come back to that page like 20 minutes later. I'm like, it's fine. Why was I freaking out the whole time?
I feel that.
We're just mean to ourselves. We're so mean to ourselves.
I feel like
Oh yeah, we are.
I don't sketch very often, I think because I put so much pressure on myself to like make them nice. Like, I'm thinking too far ahead into I want future Emily to look back on these sketchbook papers and be like, ooh, this looks nice. But I'm like, that's not the focus. That shouldn't be my focus. Why am I performing for future me? It doesn't make any sense.
Emily art rages a lot.
I'm gonna draw
silhouette
just
in
whatever the
here.
first stuff that comes to mind.
Yeah.
I guess we're just doodling, huh?
Yeah, it's a
not
draw
that
and yap
crazy.
session. How often do you, like, how consistently do you draw in your sketchbook?
I be sketchbooking. I be sketchbooking a whole hell of a lot.
Damn, wish that
we
were
need
us.
to do that, dude. Yeah, God, I wish that were me.
Well, that was our main goal when we moved. We're moving to a new studio, and we're gonna have a draft table in there just for, you know, now that our traditional media materials are at home, we can roll out of bed, and like if we feel like physical media, we could do it, right? Right now we have to go to the studio and all our materials here, and even if we're feeling it, we can't do it, right?
It's definitely like an ADHD thing, making something as convenient as possible to make
Yes.
sure you actually get it done.
Yes.
With highlight, I really like just blocking in the main shapes. That's another thing that I really enjoy about leaving guidelines behind is I will like, if I start doing guidelines, I'll hyper focus on trying to get details correct as I go. And I think doing that, like, weird rant. I don't know if I have aphantasia. It's because every time I see those like charts where people are like, what apple do you see? I don't see anything, and I don't believe that people see an apple. Like, I'm either reading this chart wrong or you guys are all lying to me.
Wait, really? Like,
Wait.
you can't envision the apple in your head?
Not at all. Not at
So
all.
explain the aphantasia. Was it aphantasia?
Yeah, so it's the idea that some people, like if you ask someone to picture an apple, that some people can picture an apple in their head and they just see it. Like you just see an apple, which sounds fake. That doesn't sound real. I don't see anything. I know what an apple looks like factually. Like I know a lot of what an apple looks like, and I can tell myself what that looks like, and I can like imagine what it would look like, but I don't see anything. And I have a friend who she texted me that aphantasia chart, and she's like, what do you see? I'm like, oh, this again, getting ready to go on my little rant, and I'm like, I don't see anything. And she was like, oh, that's such a relief. I don't see anything either. And it was like starting to freak me out because all of my friends see stuff. And I'm like, why am I an artist then? But if you don't see anything either, and you're such a nice artist, that makes me feel better. I'm like, that's such a nice thing to say. Like, I've thought about it ever since. I'm like, maybe that's kind of the thing. Like, we draw because we can't see things. So this is a way for us to, like, get it out there. And I kept thinking about it. Like, why do I draw? How does that affect my process? And I think trying to draw things from nothing, from like a blank page, and trying to go in on the guidelines and like perfecting the details as I go is just making problems. So I want to get my guideline out like as soon as possible, just get the details somewhere on the page, and I know I can fix it as I go. So it's not as important to get the early stages right. I need something to look at, and then I can start going like, oh, the size of this head is fucked up. I need to move the eye over here. I need this wrist puff to be up higher, you know? And I just get that out of the way sooner. Just make the mistakes faster, I guess. I can start correcting if I make the mistake faster, if I can actually look at it, because I can't imagine what it would look like otherwise. I have to see it.
It reminds me when like I know some artists that are like colorblind and they do art.
Yeah.
Art is everything, you can just, I don't think it matters what your brain is, right?
That works.
If I tell you to imagine like a horse or something, like is it tough?
Like I know what a horse looks like. I could draw a horse right now, and like I can tell myself like the details of what like the musculature at least somewhat looks like. Like I know where the curves would go with its different joints, but like I can't see a horse. I can tell myself what it looks like, but
Wait, you've never like, when you listen to music and you imagine a whole like AMV in your head with like OCs?
yeah, but like I'm thinking about what it would look like. Like I don't actually see it.
Huh.
That's the thing. It's
Where
like
does that work?
I don't understand how you guys see it. Like none of this makes sense to me. If it weren't for that stupid fucking apple chart, I never would have
Big apple!
fucking apple when I get that fucking apple, dude. Isn't an apple something to do with love in deep space?
Okay, well,
What have you done? What have you done?
okay, listen. I have been holding back like every episode to like not bring up Love in Deep Space.
I want to know.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, because alright, I'm gonna call out Daidus here really quick.
Why? What'd I do?
Sometimes I'll like want to talk about it, and he'll be like, "Listen, our viewers they don't want to hear about Love in Deep Space every episode. Okay, there's people who don't want to hear about that."
There are some.
I'm gonna dump about my blorbos to you guys, so I feel like it's only a fair trade that you tell me about yours, because I want to know what's up with Caleb. That's the way! That's the Emily! I get you.
Or I'm AFK.
Oh my god!
Just wait until I start explaining cookie genocide. He'll be back.
What the hell is
We're on Caleb right now.
Okay, 'cause, like, I don't know if this is the cookie you're referring to. I've been seeing so much fan art of this like shadow cookie.
Whoa! My freaking boy!
Your cookie Ikemen.
There's a good chance that not only is that my fault, but a lot of it's from me. It's a great chance it's that.
Might be, actually. Dude, you know what I did yesterday? Like, okay, the Love in Deep Space brain rot is actually affecting my life.
Are you talking about the keychain?
No.
Oh, okay.
We went shopping yesterday for just like little furniture pieces, and we found this really cool shop that sells baskets, and they had apple baskets, and so in the game, the love interests all have their own like emoji pack that you can use when you like message them. It's not of them, but it's just little characters that like represent them.
Right.
And for Caleb's, it's like this big red apple and small green apple. And the small green apple is supposed to represent the MC, you. And I saw in the baskets there was a big red apple basket and a small green apple basket.
That's us.
I was like, well, no, okay, I didn't think that's us. I thought, oh my god, it's them. Because I don't view MC as like myself. I know the whole point of like an Ultimate game is to like self-insert. I feel like because she has such a strong personality on her own.
Does she?
I view her as like this is as like a vessel that I'm observing her love life through, if that makes sense. But I was like, oh my god, it's them. That is so cute. So I bought it. I don't know what I'm gonna use it for.
Decor. Beautiful little pieces to decorate your home and make you happy. What could be better?
But I've just been like buying more apple motif items.
Oh my god, she changed fruit. She betrayed. She betrayed the Ichigo.
You guys gotta change your spilled ink mascot.
Strawberries are still number one.
Apple squid.
It's funny though, cause like not too long ago I had bought like apple earrings, and I posted it to Twitter, and someone was like, "Oh my god, she bought fruit earrings that weren't strawberries. This Kayla thing is getting serious.
I was like so ready to talk about it, but I don't know why I'm like nervous all of a sudden.
We could start with cookies if that would make you feel more comfortable. Do you want me to start?
Tell me,
What is cookies? Why do you keep saying cookies? I don't
Because they're
understand.
from Cookie Run Kingdom.
Oh, yeah, that game. Okay.
Yeah, Cookie Run's been like a franchise for fucking ever.
The art in that game is so freaking beautiful.
I love the art. That's why I play. I'm not good at the game. I'm not at all good at the game. I just love how it looks, and that's why I keep playing. I rely entirely on my friend Patrick to tell me what the current meta is, and I go, yes, sir. I build my team according to that, and then I get to keep looking at the pretty pictures. So I've been like a Cookie Run fan for like 4 years. I played it actively for the first 2 years of that, and then 2 years after that, I just kind of fell off. There's only so many things with dailies that I can keep track of at the same time. So, yeah, I had to take my turn with Neopets and do other things.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, Neopets. And then my patrons were getting really back into Cookie Run. And they were like, I just came in to talk about some of the character designs because like these fucking cookies, you can never guess their pronouns before they're announced. I love that about these cookies. This one is what got me to start playing the game again. Cause they were like, oh wow, I love him so much. And I'm like, huh?
Wait, who's that?
That's Peach Blossom Cookie. I love him.
He's beautiful.
He's beautiful. See right there, a male?
a male?
That don't look like a cookie.
So, I mean, the original cookies
Scam.
looked a lot more like cookies. It's more like they've got food motifs going on.
I see.
So like they have like icing and they have like food in their hair and I don't know, it's all very cute. But I re-downloaded it for him. And it turned out, like, when I was playing the game, it was on, like, the first arc of the story. And in the time that I wasn't playing it, it started on the second arc. Like, in Oven Break, there's... Within all the different spin-off games, they have largely different casts. But there's some cookies from the very first game that make it into most of the other games. So, like, Ginger Brave is the main character. He's in, like, every Cookie Run game. And then there's, like, the Ancients, which are the 5 heroes. And their names are Hollyberry, Dark Cacao, Golden Cheese, White Lily, and Pure Vanilla. Pure Vanilla, my boy. And they're your hero cookies that are in every game. They finished the first arc of the story in Cookie Run Kingdom, and the second arc started. And in the second arc, decided to introduce brand new characters to Cookie Run Kingdom, and these were the Beast cookies. And what we found out is that, like, bear with me on explaining this plot, because some of it, I'm like, I don't know if it didn't make sense or if I just wasn't paying attention. I don't really care either way. I'm having fun and I like looking at it. But like the Beasts used to be the 5 heroes. They represented 5 different virtues and they were all powerful, but with all of that power, it inevitably led to all of them becoming corrupted, and all of them were then locked inside of a silver tree for many millennia. And their powers...
I didn't know the lore went
this
crazy for cookies.
The base lore is that the main villain in every Cookie Run game is Dark Enchantress Cookie, which used to be White Lily Cookie, which was one of your 5 heroes.
Dark Enchantress? She sounds like a baddie.
She kind of... she should be, but she's one of the first cookies they designed, so she looks kind of funny, if I'm honest. She's one of the ones that looks the most like an actual gingerbread cookie. But... she, like White Lily found out that cookies were created by the witches in ovens and that cookies are meant to be eaten, and she kind of had a little moment and fell into evil dough and became evil Dark Enchantress Cookie because she was sick of cookie genocide from being eaten, I guess. I don't know. But we have these beasts that were all locked away before. Their powers, which are called Soul Jam, were taken from them and given to the Ancients, who are our main heroes, and they're all like narrative opposites. Dark Cacao, I'd have to look up exactly what his thing is, but his narrative opposite is Mystic Flower, and Mystic Flower is like the cookie of apathy. She used to like grant wishes for everyone, and then people wanted so much from her that she's like, I think you should actually want for nothing. I think that I want everyone to die, not because I have hatred for you in my heart, but because everyone would be more satisfied if we wanted for nothing. So she's like, I want you all to return to flower. And she gives them like Thanos snap disease. They all just start fading away. And they're content with it. It's like horrifying and awesome. And then you meet Burning Spice, and he used to be like the herald of change, and then he took that to like the extreme, and now he's like, he's the force of destruction. He's like, I want to kill you, and I want you to make it a challenge for me, or I'm gonna be pissed, because I love destroying things. So they really want to like kill their narrative opposite and take their soul jam back, get their powers back. And then you get to Shadow Milk, and his narrative opposite is Pure Vanilla.
Shadow Milk?
Shadow Milk Cookie!
Oh, that's his name? Shadow Milk?
Yeah, Shadow Milk Cookie. He's the narrative opposite to Pure Vanilla Cookie. Pure Vanilla is Jesus. He's your funny, pious little priest. He's pure, sweet, good boy. And his narrative opposite is Jester Satan. You know, you have Mystic Flower who's like, I want you dead. And you have Burning Spice who's like, I want you dead. And you get to Shadow Milk and he goes, I want you. I want you so bad. He looks at Pure Vanilla, he's like, I want to see you become corrupted just like I did, and we're gonna be best friends forever, and we're gonna spend the rest of our lives together, being evil little cookies together. I want you. It works for a little bit. Pure Vanilla does become corrupted, and he has a little emo phase. He's got his head in his hands. He's like, what have I spent my life doing? But he powers through, and in the end, he like ascends to his new like a more advanced godhood form, and he's like, Shadow Milk, I feel like I actually really understand you now, and I still want to be your friend. And Shadow Milk's like, you can't do that. You can't overcome this when I couldn't and still like me. Fuck you. He freaks out. It's a messy breakup. I'm obsessed with them.
I can't keep this serious when you keep saying Shadow Milk. I like you're talking, and then the moment you say Shadow Milk, my brain's just like Shadow Milk.
You should hear him talk.
Shadow Milk.
He goes, he's so shiny, so strong. He talks so silly.
Okay, what does this Shadow Milk look like?
Is he new?
Is he milk?
Oh yeah, I just realized.
Is he a cookie or is he milk?
He doesn't have
He's a cookie.
point of reference of what.
Where's my phone? There they are, my boys. So that's Shadow Milk right there.
Oh, I like Shadow Milk's design.
Yeah.
The eyes on the hat.
That
Pure
don't look
vanilla.
edible.
You don't have to.
No, look, Vanilla has like a waffle cone hat.
Yeah, he's a little vanilla ice cream guy. We got,
that person looks edible.
there he is when he's evil. Don't worry about that. It'll complicate the waters.
Is this like toxic yaoi?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
I think one of the things that made getting into Love and Deep Space so fun is just engaging with that fandom culture that I feel like I've been so far removed from for so many years. Because, like, I don't know. I feel like nowadays when I get into something, I'm just kind of like, yeah, I like that thing. But I don't, like, actively talk about it with other people who like that thing. I'm usually not actively drawing fan art of the thing. I'm just like, I enjoy consuming this thing, and I kind of leave it at that. And, like, I think the last time I really got into the whole, like, fandom excitement was probably back in, like, college, when I got super into, like, Animal Crossing New Leaf and Gravity Falls. Like, for me, that was like, yeah, I'm actively engaging with this fandom. And then now, it's this Ultimate game, and oh my god, so there's some employees at our agency who's also really into Love and Deep Space. So right now my work DMs are just entirely like us sending each other Love and Deep Space memes.
Hell yeah.
Unrelated to work, by the way. Just completely unrelated, but it's just, I don't know, it's just a fun way to connect. And like for like all of the love interest birthdays, we have a group chat where we plan like what we're gonna do for that day.
I saw you post on Twitter that you're like, oh, it's someone's birthday, so we all went to the aquarium and had like these themed snacks. I'm like, how the do I do that? That's awesome.
You can do that. Like, it's funny because people were like, "Oh, what restaurant is doing this event?" I'm like, we literally just brought our own stickers and like stuck them on the drinks. We're like, we made our own collab.
That
cafe.
sounds awesome. Cookie Run fans in my area, hit me up.
It's just been a lot of fun, and like, I don't know, for the first time in a while, I made like new art mutuals on like Twitter.
Oh yeah. It's so admittedly like a big part of why I got so attached to Shadow Milk and Pure Vanilla is because like it's so funny how I was justifying it to myself for a long time, and then I realized like all the vocabulary I was using to explain why I'm having fun. I'm like, this is a fandom.
Yeah.
I'm in a fandom again.
You're in a fandom, and like, there's no shame in it.
And there isn't, but also it's a little scary because it's like the horrifying ideal of being known again suddenly. I'm not used to that. I'm such a little
We're
hermit, you know.
YouTubers, June. What do you mean? Our job is to be perceived.
I don't know. I spent like a hot minute there. Like I post and then I run.
Yeah, I feel that actually.
And like I changed a lot of my content because like I didn't want to make it about my personality. And I mean, not about my personality, but like not about my personal life, I should say. Like I felt like that was too much. I don't really do story times anymore because it was just getting to be too much for me for a long time. And I feel like I'm slowly starting to kind of come back from that a little bit. There's new boundaries for sure. Basically just people get really attached to the idea of you and cross lines for that idea of you. And like I sit there and I'm like, but that's not even me. And I had like a whole identity crisis over it. It made me upset. So I pulled back pretty far for a while. So suddenly I'm like in a fandom again, and suddenly like I'm using Twitter all the time, and I've got like these new mutuals that love these cookie characters. I'm like, I kind of want to be friends with you, but like, oh, I have to be known again. Scary, but also that's just life.
Yeah. One thing I'm really appreciative of is like, I feel like it's a feeling that a lot of people empathize with, like getting really into like a certain thing and it consumes your thoughts. Because I remember, I've been drawing a lot of like Love and Deep Space fan art recently. And, like, at first, I was really self-conscious when I first started posting them, because I was like, this isn't really related to, like, my channel or my life.
They
and, like,
still pop off, though.
I feel like people... I was worried that if I posted too much about it, people would get annoyed. Like, this isn't what I signed up for. But surprisingly, and luckily, most of my viewers have been really nice about it. And like some of the comments I love getting is they're like, I don't know what this is, but I really like that you're enjoying yourself.
Oh yeah.
True.
I'm like, oh my god, thank you, I appreciate
They
it.
can feel your passion, Emily.
Yeah, they'll be like, I don't know who these characters are, I don't play this game, but like, I love that you're drawing, keep it up. And I'm like, oh my god, thank you. It's making me so creatively fulfilled.
I love when people message me, because like I'm also just kind of hard to get a hold of because I'm so easily overwhelmed. And when I'm easily overwhelmed, I avoid the internet because that's where all my stressful stuff is. But also, that's the only way I communicate with people. So it's a problem that makes it's a cycle.
Yeah.
It's a cycle thingy. What was I saying?
Welcome to my life.
ADD like a motherfucker, dude. But I have a lot of people. I felt bad for posting so many cookies. I've had days where the brain rot got so bad that I posted 10 illustrations in a day, multiple times. Multiple times I've done that. I did like a 24-hour challenge for a video recently, and then I was like, wow, that was hard, I need a break. And not 2 days later, I accidentally drew cookies for 21 hours straight. What the fuck am I doing? What's wrong with me? I'm like, am I pissing people off? Is this really annoying? But then I have people who I don't talk to all that often. They start sending me, they're like, I have no idea who these cookies are, but I saw them and they remind me of you. I'm like,
Oh, those are the sweetest. Where they're like, I don't know who this. I thought you'd like this. I've seen you draw this character.
The other one that tickles me a bit is when people go, I swore that was your OC. I was so sure that was your OC.
Oh my god!
I'm like, I might file for custody at this point.
I posted oh my god, what is it? Oh, some people were like, I thought you just were drawing your OCs and you named the comic Lads. Or what is it? I drew like a high school AU, like fan art, with like their names and like little like fun facts about them.
Right.
And someone in my comments is like, you could have picked better names. And I'm like, I didn't name them!
They're not mine!
Also, these names are fine, how dare you?
What's wrong with Caleb, huh? Speak! Say it to my face. You could have picked a better name. I'm not really sure why you went with Shadow Milk. A little weird.
Yeah, I wish I had brain rot. You guys sound like you're having a blast.
I'm having the time of my life. I'm animating again suddenly. I had all this brain rot over my actual OC who I'm drawing right now. This guy is what kicked it off and made me realize that I need to be indulging more.
Oh my god, I need to do that.
Yeah.
I need to know your ways.
I did it all for him at first. All for my sweet baby boy Apollo. When I left that comment on your video, when like you posted the video, it's like, Emily brain rot.
Yeah.
And I was like, I know what it's like having like one special favorite little boy. I was talking about him.
I like his design.
Thank you! I didn't know that the pure vanilla Shadow Milk plane was gonna hit the towers.
Shadow Milk.
What I was gonna say earlier is I was so removed from fandom that I started an animatic for my funny little cookie ship, my cookie owie.
I love your animatic.
Thank
so
you!
freaking good.
I started an animatic and it did not occur to me for even a second until I posted it and comments started coming in like, you make me feel like it's okay to say I like this ship. I'm like, is this controversial? Yeah, it is. It's incredibly controversial.
Why?
Oh, it's loaded. It's
What?
There's layers
Okay.
to it, and I think part of it is because Shadow Milk is so popular right now. Like
Of
Cookie Run
course.
itself is going through like a whole fandom revival because he's so popular. So
How
not
is there
only is it, like-
controversy over cookies?
because you're shipping like a hero and a villain, you know? Like Shadow Milk literally
I'm sorry.
psychologically tortured Pure Vanilla for a minute
not
there.
able to handle like the enemies to lovers trope?
So he is Cookie Satan. I will say that. I love horror. I especially
too.
love what's called disreality horror. And it's like,
Yeah, what the heck is that?
how do you describe disreality? It's literally playing on the idea of like questioning if things are real or not. And there's different levels of which you can take it to. It can get pretty dreamlike in a way. Like because he's Cookie Satan and he's got all these different powers of deception. His whole thing is lies, and he can like distort reality. And that's like, he used all of that to torment Pure Vanilla into becoming corrupted for a bit. And people are like, that's not okay. It's not okay to do that to your partner. It's like,
They're also not fucking real. They're also not real. What? Okay, oh my god, I'm gonna sound like a boomer.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I'm gonna sound like a boomer. I
I
can't
don't
do
get
this.
either. I don't get either.
I like that one of them is always obsessed with the other one. One of them's always chasing, but it's only one of them. The other one's always running away.
Those are the best ones. The
Hey.
pining, the yearning.
Yeah. I don't know, it's fun. It's fun and it's incredibly removed from reality, you know, like there's not a real life comparison to this. They're god cookies. It's like trying to apply morals to enjoying the Greek gods. Like you can't enjoy Zeus because he's a serial cheater and terrible to his wife, you know, but do you know Epic, the musical?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I love Penelope, why? You know I'm too shy and terrified.
What's your favorite song?
That's a great question. I really like Scylla because of Gigi's animatic. Gigi's animatic drives me insane. The Scylla design that they did, I want to draw it. I do like Suffering a lot because I animated Apollo with it, and that's just associated now. I like 600 Strike because I started my own animatic to it. Don't get your hopes up. I don't know if I'm gonna finish that. I have a lot of cookies I need to draw right now.
Too many cookies, too little time. How many cookies are there in the game? Side note.
Depends on the game you're asking about. In Kingdom, there's like 140.
My god! And they're all voiced?
Oh yeah.
Jesus. I can barely keep up with the 5 men in my silly little ultimate game. What do I want to draw?
You should draw Caleb.
I didn't want.
Why not?
She's scared.
Don't be scared. It's fun. We're just having fun here. If you don't draw Caleb, I'm gonna make a request for you to draw a cookie.
If June is drawing a cookie, you're drawing a cookie?
Well,
A gesture.
these ones are cookies.
These are cookies?
And
Okay.
this one's my guy.
That's OC?
Yeah, that's my OC.
You should draw your OC as a cookie.
I can do that. That's been highly requested. People are like, okay. I'm like, I'm neglecting my OCs for this freaking cookie. And they're like, well, turn your OCs into cookies.
Just
Now!
combine the two.
I will. I'll do that after I finish this one.
I have a question, Daidus.
Yo.
What's the last character you have been extremely not normal about, if ever?
Not normal? What does that mean?
Like the way that June feels about Shadow Milk and the way I feel about Caleb. What has been a character for you that has evoked those feelings?
Like, you see them and you want to start just bashing your hands on the table. You go making monkey noises. You're like, that's my guy.
You know, I'm just like, I don't know. I don't get super duper like, I must draw this character, right?
I will say that, like, I've been putting a lot of effort into, with all this highlighter and sketchbooking stuff I've been doing lately, I've been trying to find ways to work with my ADHD instead of against it. And that's what really started unlocking my brain rot, I think, was just like giving in to
Succumb.
Suddenly I've got my symptoms are going crazy, but I make it work.
You're
We're on
like-
good terms.
It's like Nosferatu where he calls for you.
you must bounce.
You must ride him till dawn.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Sakura
From Naruto?
from Naruto.
You said that, and I'm like, surely not card captor. Surely not. You borrowed that.
I
again.
don't know. I really don't know.
Fuck, I forgot his hand.
Like Marth from Fire Emblem. That's like your.
Well, that's like, but I don't like. I gotta draw Martha 24/7, or like, I can't wait to draw Marth.
I want to see Daidus get super into a fandom.
Is that like I don't. What do you mean like fandom? Like if Fire Emblem comes out, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna play that game. Can't wait. Woo! cute, you know? I'm not like, oh yeah, I don't know. I've never, in my whole life, I don't feel like I've ever felt that.
This is Caleb.
Yeah! Look at that face.
Honey, what do you think?
Yeah, he's beautiful. He's a beautiful man
Beautiful.
with them bangs
Hell yeah.
that you like.
I do like bangs. That's one thing I've never grew out of since like middle school.
I remember you saying that in the childhood crushes video we did.
Oh yeah!
I remember bangs,
times.
bangs. You ever find that you say something in a video one time and people never let you forget?
I say that I like instant ramen more than real ramen one time, and people won't let me live it down.
Someone recently I was posting about Shadow Milk again, and they're like, it's always Shadow Milk or David Hasselhoff with you. I'm like, what are you on about? What? I said that one time!
Where's the David Hasselhoff banner?
No!
Cough it up.
No!
Cough it up.
We're not doing that. You cannot be serious.
What do you mean it's always David?
You motherfucker.
Wasn't there like a period of time after that video came out where people just kept sending you like different old men?
Yeah.
And being like, hey, you like this?
Yeah, that definitely happened.
Also, viewers, I forgot to address this. Please don't mind the bruises on my arm. We've been moving hella boxes the past few days.
Yeah.
And I just am magically getting bruises.
I've also been beating the shit out of her.
Oh my, okay. I'm not gonna do the flip test no more. With that is not okay.
This sketchbook, I literally, the paper was so thin that I realized I could copy things onto the next page, so I did that. So like this one came out like super fucked up, and I'm like, fix it.
Oh wait, that's awesome.
You know what? I feel like the highlights are really nice for fast. I get it now.
Yeah!
You get the gestures and whatever.
I love not being able to erase. I think that was a big deal for me, was not being able to erase.
Terrifies me.
Well, it's like everything just takes so much longer if you spend time erasing things. I'll frequently when I'm drawing something, I'll just redraw it if I don't like it in pen. I'll just redraw the same thing a couple times. And usually, like, by doing that, I'm able to problem solve what the issue is more effectively than if I were to, like, have an eraser and just keep erasing that one spot and trying to redo it again. So with digital art, if I find myself, like, finicking with something too much, I stop myself, I delete it, and I start over with the sketch, and that always fixes it. It's a little magic cheat code for me.
Okay.
So June, which do you prefer, digital or physical?
You ask every guest this question.
I have a lot of love for traditional right now because I think me finding my love for art again is entirely due to traditional.
Oh yeah.
And I went through like I made a focused effort to try and learn how to draw digitally the same way I do physically or traditionally. Words. I made a whole video about it, and that was like a whole process that took me a couple months to like. Took a lot of journaling to figure out what wasn't working and what I needed to be doing, but I was able to figure out how to do digital art in a way that I enjoy similarly to traditional art. And now they offer me different things, but I like them both for different reasons.
Yeah.
And I find usually like if one of them's frustrating me, that's the sign that I need to spend some time in the other.
Oh, I never really thought of it. I just assumed if I'm having an off day, like I'm like, well, I'm gonna have an off day no matter what. I draw.
Well, I really, really enjoy doing art studies, which is not something that I used to spend so much time doing. But now it's like if I'm having an off day, if I'm struggling with a particular pose, I'll just go into my sketchbook and I'll start doing studies from that pose. And like if I'm ever art blocked, I start copying. You just look at your references and work on recreating them. And I like doing those in ink so that I can't worry too much about getting it perfect, because it's not about getting it perfect. I just need to capture the information of it.
Yeah, because with pencil, you're just tempted to just constantly erase till you get that right.
Yeah. There's something called blind studies that I've done a few times. I've got an example of that too.
Oh, I want to see blind studies.
Blind studies, where you redraw something multiple times, once with the reference, once without the reference, then again with the reference, then again without the reference. And you just keep going until you've kind of, God, Until you
Editors,
figure
don't
it out.
edit that out.
Hey.
Every single one of those in.
So like these are, I did this one while looking at the reference. I did this from memory, and then looking at the reference, and then from memory, and then reference. I did them over here.
Oh my god.
And it helps to retain the information until the point, like I did it over here.
Yeah,
and
you've been in the lab.
Yeah, and then this page I just did from off the dome.
Who's this cutie patootie?
That's my OC. Her name is Frankie.
She's so freaking cute. I love
Thank
the little
you.
old lady mouth.
I love blind studies.
Damn, this is therapeutic. Honestly, I thought I was gonna have an awful time, not gonna lie.
Really?
Yeah. Well, because I was like, oh, I'm not used to sketching in a sketchbook.
Same.
And also, I'm using a sketchbook where I've had the most art rage because I wasn't liking any of the stuff I was drawing. This was like my Inktober sketchbook. So I was like, okay, I'm returning to the sketchbook where I don't have the best memories. And I'm trying out this new technique that I'm not familiar with. But the way you, like, broke it down makes me feel more at ease.
Yay!
Like, I'm like, I don't even know.
That looks-
want to
I love the
practice like a
profile
side
on this.
profile. Thanks. And I'm like, oh, I actually don't hate it. And even if I did, I could just try again, you know?
Yeah, we should convert Emily to highlight artist or for notebooks at least.
Yeah, highlighter art.
I kind of like it.
Some other pens I have here that you guys should try out. I like these a lot.
So you brought a lot of material because you're doing like an art retreat in Japan, or is that secret? Or?
No, it's not a secret. I am doing an art retreat, and I guess that's part of why I brought them, but it's mostly because I made a travel sketchbook of my trip to the UK this year. People really liked it, and I had a lot of fun doing it. It felt very therapeutic, so I'm like, I'm just gonna fucking do it again. So it's for me, and I just like highlighters. I like having all my options.
Yeah, well, thank you for teaching us highlight. I actually really think like the loose thing. I get it now. I understand.
Hee I'm
I
glad.
should start converting. I actually we might just go and buy like a whole set of highlighters
I love
from this
highlighters.
brand.
I'm spreading my agenda. Where's the nice pink?
Would you? Oh, I have it. Is this it?
Oh no, it's good.
I lost it.
The ADHD. The ADHD.
I hate my life.
I understand. The amount of times that I'm like literally mid-sentence and I freeze. I'm in the middle of a story. I'm like, I have to look at the person I'm talking to, like, what the was I talking about? I don't know. I will lose whatever I'm talking about like nothing. And it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing.
Yeah, you know what? I just realized how I never like thought about it until like we moved, right? And normally like I have spots where I put my objects, like my phone. I'll put it like always like either in the bathroom or like on top of the couch, right? So I have the spots, but ever since we moved, it's like a new environment. I'm losing my phone every 2 seconds. I'm like, where's my phone? Where's my scissors? Where's my phone? Where's my scissors? And I can never find the scissors.
I do this terrible thing where I lose my phone in the same spot every time. And I never expect it because I'll be getting ready for my day, and then I'm downstairs. I'm like, where the fuck is my phone? And every single time I do this, it's in my closet. I went into my closet to get changed, and I put it down in my closet, and I forgot it there. It happens every time, and the closet's never the first place I look, and I'm sick to death of myself.
Fellas, you won't believe it. While I was peeing, I found another bruise on my leg.
Emily! What are you doing?
No! All right, what should I draw now?
You should draw more Caleb. I think you should draw Caleb. If the mic didn't pick it up, I heard it, and it was special to me. And I think you should indulge. That's another big thing. I took a risk with my YouTube stuff recently, and I'm like, I used to be so focused on like trying to make sure that whatever I did was like algorithm stuff, and I just wasn't happy.
Yeah.
So I'm like, F it. I'm just gonna start doing things that I enjoy, and like, frankly, like numbers are down. But I feel like there's been so much more success. Like literally, I've been able to give everyone raises. The business is booming right now, and people seem so much more personally invested in the stuff that I've been putting out lately.
Yeah,
And
I
it
feel
just
like
feels good.
people can tell if your heart's in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why does it feel like every artist has to go through this?
It's the human experience, baby.
And I think it's also because, like, we're in, like, a job where we're both using our art, but also the success depends on whether people are interested.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of artists kind of get pushed into this mindset of, like, well, I have to do something that's pleasing for the general public, and, like, the algorithm.
No, yeah, exactly. And like it's easy to like let numbers really affect how you feel about something. Sometimes I hate that the YouTube Studio like shows you how well a video performs against other things.
They'll be like, hey, just so you okay, it's like having like a toxic friend who is trying to like tear you down. You log in and they're like, I just wanted to let you know, like, as a bestie, I have to let you know that fewer of your subscribers are choosing to click on this video. You should probably do something about that.
Right? It's like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? I don't have control over that.
And also, I don't give a like.
I've been feeling much better about it since I started posting shorts, because I think shorts are really. They're kind of like sketchbooks in the way where it's like, it's low stakes. You know, if a short doesn't do that well, who cares? And like now I've had a bunch of shorts like either not do well or do like really well. And like it doesn't fucking matter either way.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know what? It. I'm tired putting so much energy into caring about it.
I almost did shorts, and then I decided not to.
What would, other than the collab cafes, because I know you almost did that, but like, were there other things you almost did them with?
That was just it. I was like, I might move to shorts, and people were like, I fucking hate shorts, please don't do it. And I was like,
try doing some dry
whoa,
shorts.
okay.
I mean, if you want to do shorts, you should do shorts.
I don't really want to do shorts.
Okay, well, there it is.
I like having the excuse to, with my ADHD, I've always got new ideas. Always, and that means that a lot of things get left behind because I'm like on to the next thing.
Yeah.
So I've been learning to like, okay, I have an interest in this thing right now. How do I scale it back to work with the time that I have that I know I can finish it before I catch on to the next thing?
That's so smart.
Yeah, and shorts have been really good for that because I'm like, I'll see something like, oh, I could do an entire like animatic with this, but I won't. I can sketch it. I can keep it simple. I keep it in a weird vertical format so you can't like worry too much about the background or anything like that. It's been liberating. It's been really fun. Also, you can cross-post it onto way more platforms, and now I feel more secure that if something ever happens to YouTube, that I could figure it out.
The multiple.
I like layering highlighters. It's so
Damn.
fun. So this character right here, her name is Cynthia.
Cynthia?
Yeah, she's like a goddess made of solid light.
Is she a cookie?
No, she's my OC. I'm just drawing her as a cookie right now. But she has a CMY color scheme, and she's goth, so she likes to wear all black. But like her hair. Ah! No! Sorry, I for some reason still have the alarms on my phone to take the trash out. But she's like solid. She's made of solid light, so her hair is like really pretty and crystalline. It's white, but it reflects in CMY. And then her clothes are all black because when you mix CMY together, you get black. So I like layering the colors together.
So clever.
Hee hee, color theory. And she's also got a little berserker mode where she's like she's freaky monster. And that one's just a bunch of layered CMY to look all chaotic. I like my OCs. I have a little fun.
Make a book of your OCs.
I did.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah. It's sold out twice. We're working on volume 2 right now.
Wait, what?
Yeah! Always be plugging. Look at my merch shop, guys. So here's the first one, which is sold out already.
Wow.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Pretty cover, I like it.
It was... this book doing so well was what made us go like, YouTube numbers are fucking fake because this is like the most success that we've had in a long time, and this is why I was able to give everyone raises because this went so well.
I've been wanting to get into pretty care lately.
I keep trying.
But there's so much.
There's so much, and I hate to say it, I absolutely hate to say it, especially since like for a long time, I did not fuck with One Piece. I couldn't get into it. I thought it was so ugly, and now I love One Piece. I really love
what
One
changed?
Piece. I really changed the way that I consume media. I don't know, there's a lot of things with like criticism when you're I don't know, you're analyzing the stuff that you like and you don't like that I think is just like not productive. So I'm a lot more open to different things. So I gave One Piece a shot and I'm really enjoying it. And I actually really like the art style now. There's a lot of, I really like goofier art styles lately where I used to like more pristine cutesy stuff.
Who's your favorite character?
Sanji.
Sanji? He's hot.
So I'm early in One Piece, right? Like I'm on what's it called? Skypiea. I'm on Skypiea.
Oh, you're on Skypiea.
Something
my
that
least favorite.
Oh, it's your least favorite?
Oh, I hate Skypiea.
Something that I really like about Sanji is that, like, at least right now, I keep being told he's gonna get worse, but like right now, he's like a little flirty weirdo, but also he's respectful about it. Like Nami shows up on the ship and he goes, Nami, I love you! And he stays his distance and he's like, can I make you something to eat? He does not get in her bubble. He's happy to admire her from afar, and I fuck with that. I love that for him.
So are you watching the anime or you're reading the manga?
I've been watching the anime. I love manga. My thing with manga is if I can't like binge it all in one shot, the more I have to break it up into separate pieces, more likely it is that I'm going to get distracted and not finish it, and by the time that I come back to it, I have to start over.
Wait, really?
Yeah. My memory's really bad, and I'm so easily distracted.
Oh,
That
sorry,
line went into the text. Yeah, easily distracted, and my time blindness is insane. I never know how much time has passed ever.
Yeah, I feel that. I don't even know what today is. Is Saturday?
Exactly.
Sunday? Yeah, Sunday. So like, see, I lost it.
I understand you, Daidus.
Oh yeah, but I was gonna say like, I think like, do you ever do that thing where you watch a show like dubbed because then you don't have to look up and you can just listen sometimes? Like if you're drawing or working.
That's usually what I do, yeah. It takes a lot for me to watch something with the sub.
Right.
And it's a convenience thing. I really like to multitask, but even if I'm completely focused on the show, I prefer to be able to focus on actually looking at it and not having to read at the same time.
What do you usually do when you're like drawing, like as a secondary thing? Or is it silence?
Sometimes it's silence. I do try sometimes to sit with my thoughts, and I think that's been really good for me to have to sit with my thoughts. I think what gets me into the zone the most is when I'm able to draw just listening to music, and like I don't have to think about what I'm gonna put on next, because I do like to listen to like Reddit stories or video essays, but the more that I have to be like looking for something that I'm interested in listening to, that keeps me so distracted. So I really like
I get that.
I like when I'm able to get into the zone with music, but also sometimes I'm just throwing a little ADHD fit, and I'm like, I need to be entertained right now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I need someone to upload an Am I the Asshole compilation for me right now. What about you guys? Oh, what do you like to do when drawing?
Oh, I like to listen to music, or I alternate between listening to music and like turning on like a video essay.
Yeah.
But then there's so much video essay slop.
Oh yeah.
It's I don't know, it's hard to find the good stuff now.
Yeah, it's hard to find videos, but I try to find like the longest whatever, and sometimes I don't even care. I just hearing people yap is good enough for me.
Do you guys ever get like nostalgic for high school? Not in like the
Hell no.
No, not in like the I wish that I was in high school again thing, but like sometimes I just kind of wish that I had classes to go to. Either like I kind of wish I paid more attention just because I wish I knew more about the world, but also like I don't know, something about like having somewhere to be outside the house and being like, I'm just gonna draw here and I'll passively learn some stuff that I have no control over what I'm listening to, so I don't have to worry about finding the background noise or anything like that.
I get nostalgic for how slow the time goes when it came to classes, but I know that if I were to go into class, I'd fall asleep.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Do you like that there's a schedule that's forced upon you? You have no choice but to say, yes, I have to go.
Yeah, I think I like don't leave my house ever. I'm just inside my house all day long.
Right.
And I think I've been losing my ability to interact with the world. There was a period of time where I was like, why am I so freaked out every time I leave the house? And I realized it was because like the only human interaction I got on a regular daily basis was not human interaction, but like actually seeing people was highly curated YouTube content. Like I was only watching stuff that I'm like, oh, this stuff will inspire me. You know, like I should be watching things that I can learn from.
Right.
So like everything I was looking at was highly edited and polished. So of course when I go outside and I'm like stumbling over my words, I'm like, oh, I'm a bumbling fool. I'm an idiot. Loser. So I made an effort to start watching more normal people, and that helps. And also I don't know.
You spying on them?
Spying is a word to use.
I did that in high school. I would just observe. I was quiet. I was the quiet kid in the back. I'm like, I wonder what they're talking about today. Oh yes, Family Guy. Yeah.
People watching's fun.
Do you feel like you've gotten more introverted over the past few years?
Yes.
So it's not just me!
I absolutely.
Dude!
That's good to hear that you do that too.
I wanted to ask, because I was like,
I don't know. I was honestly, I felt like I was losing a part of my identity.
No, same.
You too.
Same.
I was like,
That's such a relief.
I'm losing my spark.
You should.
My sparkle, come back! No!
I miss the person I was like when I was like 24, but also that was ages ago.
And that's why the fandom stuff is so fun,
I
right?
know, I'm
Because
like-
suddenly you're like, wait, I can speak.
This is a
I can fight. Yeah, I've noticed for sure. I do still enjoy spending time with people, but like I need to prepare myself.
Yes!
I need to know it's going to happen, and like if I'm not prepared for it, somebody comes around me, I'm like, I'm off. I'm like, I'm working right now, and I don't want to speak. I'm sorry.
I remember last year, for like the first time in my life, I felt that experience of like not wanting to go to a thing that I made plans for. I remember I was standing in the bathroom mirror doing my makeup, getting ready to go to this like hangout of like with like a group of people that was planned like a month in advance. And usually I'm like super pumped, right? Like, yay, social interaction, let's go. But I was like, I don't want to go. Like, I want to stay home. Feeling was so foreign to me. And I was talking to my friend Soli about it. And she's like, this is so crazy to me that this is a new thing for you because I've felt this way my entire life. But yeah, now, I don't know what happened. It's like a switch happened in my brain. But I've noticed now, whenever I go to any like social event, I can feel myself switching to, I'm ready to go home.
Yeah.
And I don't like it. Because I'm like, man, what happened to me? I remember I used to be able to just like, hell yeah, I'm ready to go to the next thing. Woo, you know?
So this is kind of a relief to hear because I was worried that was happening to me because I was being antisocial, that like I was just losing my ability to speak to people because I didn't do it regularly. But it seems like you guys are pretty social.
We are?
I think we're pretty social.
You've got people around that you hang out with. You do like collabs and stuff all the time.
Yeah.
I get like my closest friends are 2 hours away, and I have dogs at home, so I can't just like leave and
Yeah.
go see people spontaneously.
I don't know. I feel like I'm a homebody though, for sure though.
Yeah, you're definitely more of a homebody, I'd say.
I think it even counts just to like leaving the house and having to interact with people on a regular basis. Like I don't have a reason to leave the house most days.
Yeah.
I'm like I actively shouldn't leave the house. I
But-
should get work done.
But I've noticed that on days where I have to stay home, I don't have plans, I'm so happy. And it makes me feel bad. And, like, okay, not to say like, oh, I always dread having to see my friends. Like, it's not like that at all. But it's just more like, if I open my schedule and I see that I have no plans except stay home and draw, I'm like, yes, this is a peak schedule right here.
I'm kind of the opposite, where I'm like I'll be spending multiple days at home drawing. I'm like, I need to go to the grocery store to feel something.
Oh, we have to go on like dopamine walks sometimes. Like, we gotta go touch grass.
No, June, I know what you're talking about because I was feeling that when I was living in Maine, and it was during like obviously the COVID era.
Right.
But like in Maine, you know, sometimes there's nothing to do, so like I would just walk around Walmart and then.
The
like,
Great American
Yes.
Experience.
Right? Yeah, you go to Walmart and I'm like, okay, I guess I'm going back home.
I don't even particularly need anything. I just kind of want to leave the house.
Yeah.
And I don't know where else to go. I went to a movie for the first time by myself very recently, and I told my mom, and I didn't think it was going to be a big deal, but she's like, I am so proud of you. I was like, whoa.
What movie was it?
Venom 3.
What? Venom 3?
I like the Venom movies. I enjoy them.
I watched one Venom movie.
Was it the first one?
Yes.
The first time I saw that movie, that song that Eminem did for the credits, I listened to that for like a week straight.
Oh,
Venom.
the Eminem one. Yeah, no, that's a good song.
It's kind of fun.
Yo,
You're
I
like,
feel
this
you
is
on
my
that.
new vocal stem for the next 2 weeks.
That's another thing is my vocal stimming is kind of going crazy lately. I was where was I? I was with my friend. We were at the grocery store, and someone walked past us and said a completely normal thing, and I had to stop myself because I almost repeated him on the spot. I'm like, now why would I do that? He would look at me like I was insane, but like I just be saying.
Emily hates my vocal stem right now.
What's your vocal
What
stem?
is it right now?
Chicken jockey.
Oh my f***ing god!
And where did that come from?
The Minecraft movie trailer with Jack Black. Why'd you pick that one of all things?
Chicken jockey.
Chicken jockey.
You want to try one
Damn!
of these? These are fun.
This
Yeah.
looks nice.
These are funny monster form. These are just,
You have so many of these.
they're slightly different sizes.
Oh,
I hate that they don't have numbers to denote what size they are, so I just kind of have to raw dog it every time, but fuck it, we ball.
Oh, damn. Where'd you get these?
Amazon. So my friend Chi linked them to me, but Chi lives in a different country. And I didn't realize when she linked them to me that it was gonna open in that country's Amazon. And then I was trapped on that country's Amazon for like 20 minutes and I couldn't figure out how to fix it. And that was just a
Oh my
whole
God.
unnecessary problem. And I was very upset, but we figured it out. And I got these pens and I like them. And the first thing I drew was Trolls fan art because I love Trolls.
Oh my god, let me guess. Those twins.
Which twin? Oh, Velvet and Veneer! Yeah, I love Velvet and Veneer. I am in love with Branch, unironically.
Wait, who's Branch?
The main character.
Branch?
Yeah.
Someone's name is Branch? I've never seen any of the trolls.
You know Velvet and Veneer, but you don't know Branch.
I don't know anything about trolls at all.
Wait, I thought the main character was that pink girl.
Okay, they're both main characters.
Is that the Justin Timberlake one?
Yeah, the one
Killed
that's
My
gonna be lead
Grandma?
for the world tour.
Because
yeah,
Music Killed My
Music Killed My Grandma. Okay, I love those movies unironically, and it makes me sad that every time I say that, the people are like, ironically, right? No, they're good movies. They're good movies, and I love Branch, and he's the ideal man, and people also look at me weird for that, and I stand
He's
by
a
it.
troll. Are we gonna have to make a Childhood Crushes 5?
I'm down. Let's do it. Not childhood crushes, just like weird adult crushes.
Weird adult crushes! Yes! Oh my god.
Like an adult hyperfixation.
Adult hyperfixation. Right?
That's a good idea.
If I were to ever bring back the Childhood Crushes series, I think I'd want to do like a current, like a adult crushes version. Because I
You
feel
want to hear me
like
talk about Satan Cookie more? I could do that.
Shadow Milk? Yeah,
More
there's
Shadow
more
Milk.
variety. Because I feel like since most of my peers grew up in the same era as I did, we kind of all have the same. Everyone kind of has the same like batches of characters they grew up with. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of repeats. But I feel like the stuff you're into now is very unique to you.
Yeah. Also, you know, when you have to make videos about like experiences from your past, there's only so many you can go through.
Yeah.
Do I want to? Are we wrapping up here soon? Should I turn to a new page?
Oh yeah. Okay, we can wrap up. Let me finish.
Here, let me show you guys one more thing that I really enjoy doing. This is an exercise that I learned on Twitter, and it helps with line stability. It's something
What's
that
that?
animators do.
Okay.
You draw a funny little shape, and I do this to fill pages, and like fill space in my sketchbook all the time. You do a funny shape, and then you continually fill the shape within, and you try and keep the lines an even width apart.
Okay.
And you try and do it all in one take, and you just fill the whole thing.
Oh, I used to do that in when I was bored in class.
It's
Yeah.
like you're drawing like a little amoeba.
Yeah, and it just helps with line control.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like just taking your time to try and make sure that they're all evenly spaced apart and that you do it all at once. Just helps you to control.
It's a good exercise.
line
Yeah,
all the
that's a
time.
good tip. Hey, can you turn off your brain with this too? You're like
Yeah,
yeah,
you can.
just relaxing.
Since I've started doing sketchbook content, I don't, not to toot my own horn, you can tell when people have been getting back into sketchbooking because they've been watching me, and I love it to bits and pieces. I'm so flattered, but I see a lot of people doing this, and they think it's like an aesthetic thing. And it's like, I'm tricking you into learning. I'm tricking you into learning. I got you.
I'm doing a terrible job. My line control is not.
That's
oh
why
my
I keep
god!
doing it. No, it does that all the time.
What the heck? I thought I was like, this is easy. I could do this. I noticed there's like a certain part where my lines just get really squiggly. I think it's the curves. When I have to,
Yeah.
like, turn.
There's definitely like certain angles where like you find that like are your bad or your weak angles. So once you like identify them, you're able to more easily avoid them.
Maybe I'm rushing.
This was fun. Had a good time. I was
This
so
was a
worried
really
that I
good
wouldn't be
time.
able to talk.
You know
and
what?
draw.
I'm gonna say it again. I really like this highlighter stuff.
We might have to bring it back for an
I'm glad you,
episode.
you
I
told us.
f***ing win. I stay winning. I
Are
can't
we,
stop
are
winning.
we allowed to steal this method?
Yes, absolutely. I love spreading my sketchbook agenda.
Yay! I'm glad.
It makes me really happy. It did a lot for me to get into sketchbooking like this, and I've had a lot of people say like that, like you've really helped my relationship with art since I've started looking at it like this.
Oh,
And it's like
that's amazing.
it's so rewarding. It's so sweet. I'm so happy about it. I feel like, you know, if that's gonna be my impact on the world, hell Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? Like when I sketchbook and you do the pencil and you do like the beginning, like very liney. I kind of like that. Like you do the gesture and then you can fix it after the gesture. And then,
Yeah.
And then the background, the highlight just looks like a happy accident or like
Yeah.
or like a background shadow or something like that.
You can even do this with stuff like Copics and stuff, but I feel like doing it with highlighters and like it's like baby steps. That's another thing that I'm really big on is I like downsizing. Bring if something's difficult, how do I like make it a smaller issue to tackle first and work my way back up? That helps a lot. Getting used to using markers when they're just silly highlighters and it doesn't matter if they run out of ink and it's not going to be expensive to replace.
Yeah, you
and it's
don't
not
feel
going
like
to bleed
wasting
through
it.
the pages. Yeah. And then I can work my way back up to Copics and
Can't believe
then I
this
have
is the
fun with
first
those.
time I've ever heard of someone using highlighters as an art material. That's amazing.
Yee.
All right, shall we do a review before we wrap?
Yes.
Sure.
Hee.
All right. Ooh, I like your page, Daidus.
Yanks.
Ooh.
Oh, wait, is that your cue for me to go first or something?
Oh, I mean, sure, you wanna?
Okay. All right. Well, I was just highlighting silhouette stuff, and then while I was drawing this dude, I like put this jail necklace thingy, and I was like, okay, I'll just make an anime. So then I made all these characters, and they all have like necklace thingy bobbers, and I was like, oh, Hunter x Hunter, jail x jail. I was just like
You made
randomly.
OCs on the spot.
Yeah. I was just like making up like characters because I was trying to do what you were saying is to like just let my brain like not think too hard, and I just let loose.
And now if you keep drawing them multiple times, you might get brain rot over them.
Oh,
like
yeah!
banging on the table and making monkey
Well,
faces.
I could have brain rot over my own OCs, but like a character, I don't know if I would have brain rot over that because like I feel like I have less control.
That's fair.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's page 1, and then I just.
Oh, yeah! I love this color. This
What
one's
the
so
heck?
fucking
Is
good.
this your OP power?
Oh yeah, that
What's
with
it?
the purple. Oh, and ooh, that's good.
Castlevania?
Yeah, so I was gonna draw like this weird hairstyle, and I messed up in the highlighter phase. As you can see, it goes past it, right? Mm-hmm. And I was like, okay, how do I fix this? So then I gave him a goatee, and I was like, well, goatee, mustache, okay, vampire. So then I drew a vampire.
I
Sexy
really
vampire.
like the follow through the line of action from the widow's peak all the way to the goatee, and the nose like kind of follows it. This is sick. I like him.
The widow peak.
Yeah, he's a fun vampire. His face looks kind of like a moon. You cooked with that one.
He does look like a Castlevania character, 100%.
Sexy
Nothing wrong with
vampire
that.
Dilf.
I'm pretty sure I just drew like Dracula.
It looks good though.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the last page, I don't
I
know.
like this.
That one looks like a Junji Ito character.
Yeah, I was going for the Grudge Kid.
Oh yeah.
And that was it. I don't know. Like I said, I was gonna draw a girl. I drew the face shape weird with the highlight, and I think I drew it too like wide or whatever. And I was like, oh, it kind of looks like the Grudge Kid. And then, well,
Bowl cut.
I drew the bowl cut. Yeah. So I was going for a bob cut. I accidentally drew a bowl cut. So I was like, oh, okay, that reminds me of the Grudge, and I just did that.
That's another fun thing with highlighters in this kind of method is like if you don't necessarily start with a plan and you just like see where it takes you.
Yeah,
it's like a
no,
fun
that-
little adventure.
I've
It's
done that a
engaging.
lot. I've done that a lot because like I said, this was supposed to be like a girl. And it's just not. It's a horror creature now.
Just takes a life of its own.
All right, Emily.
Emily.
Alright,
I didn't even see you.
Since we're going to the Tokyo Mew Mew pop-up shop right after this, I was like, okay, I'm gonna draw Miuchigo. So I just did. It was very simple, like sketching with the highlighter and then drawing over it in pen.
I love the line work of the eyes.
Thanks. And then I looked over and saw you were doing like the gesture, like blocking.
So cute.
So I was like, okay, there's like I made her a little too tall, but there's like a
You
little
love a tall queen.
lads comic I wanted to draw. later.
Yeah,
So I was like,
yeah.
I should try practicing like one of the poses I'm going to draw for the one of the panels. So I did that. Messed up here, but I was like, it's fine. It's just highlighter.
It's just
I
highlighters.
can just draw over it. Don't matter.
That's the beauty
I
of
don't
it.
see it.
Wait, Emily. Let's get a zoom in.
I did this, but I didn't like how it was turning out, so I gave up halfway. And then, oh
Caleb.
my god, oh my god.
Stop looking
Sorry,
at me like
I was
that.
just then I
You did a lot of pages. You
practicing
blew
a
through
side
it.
profile. And then,
Yes! Show it to me! Yeah!
oh my god, sorry. And then I drew this.
You did so
purple girl.
much, Emily.
What the heck? You drew like 30
Oh, this
pages.
is such a cute face.
And then, oh, that's it.
Isn't it like it's like a rush to be able to get through so much?
Yeah.
Isn't it awesome?
And like, even though this is like the most incomplete one, I really like this one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I just like how free the lines feel because I just didn't plan a whole lot. Just whoosh, and now I like it. I'm gonna keep it.
Yeah, you get the really nice lines with the hair, and again, the like scratchy ways that you do the eyelashes and like the shading in the eyes is so pretty.
Thank you.
Gorgeous, I love it.
But I think my favorite page is.
Yeah, stop looking at me like that, Caleb.
Okay. Anyways.
Yeah, I just
June.
you guys drew me under the table a little bit.
No, look at these.
There we go.
So I drew 2 Shadow Milks because he's the man of the hour. I should have drawn Pure Vanilla, and I did not do that, and I feel a little bad.
Wait,
I
this is
feel bad
Shadow
for me.
Milk?
Yeah, this is Shadow Milk.
I love that you like in your sketchbooks you like fill up every nook and cranny of the page.
Yeah.
Oh, this one's sick. Yeah,
Thank
this
you.
is color theory, huh?
Yeah.
A vibration, chromatic vibration or something?
Yeah, the rest of these are all my OCs. Is just Apollo in his natural form. Apollo and Cynthia as cookies, and then this is, like I mentioned, her beast
glass
form.
cookie.
Yeah. Because she's got the CMY, so when she goes beastly and she goes all black, it's because all of her colors are mixing together. And it's just fun and wild, and usually her teeth look a bit more monstrous, but I fucked that up. But it's fine. It's just a sketch.
It's amazing.
Who cares that much?
Oh my god, I love Apollo's snatched waist.
Yeah! He's also freakishly tall. Fun fact.
How
Really?
tall?
How tall?
What are the measurements?
Canon height is just freakishly tall. I can often be asked to people are like, no, give me a number. I'm like, I don't care. You think that I care? I kind of like the Gamagori method, where like he's as tall as he needs to be as tall and like weird in the frame.
Like
And
whatever
he-
you're comparing him to, he's taller than that.
Yeah.
What's his blood type?
I never like that's always in like the anime character like fun facts that they include the blood type, and I don't get it.
When's his birthday? What's his favorite food?
What's a hip measurement?
He loves his wife. He loves his wife. That's it.
What's his MBTI?
He likes to slouch. He has back problems.
Oh, you like AOC? Name everything about them. Big fan.
He's a pathetic, wet cat of a man. His wife died, and now he has a bad copy of her in his glasses. He made an AI of her in his glasses because he can't let her go.
Wait,
but
why does he
also
look
it's
so happy
Wait,
if
this
his
is
wife
so
is
because
dead?
they're in an apocalypse, in a magical apocalypse, and he has to make sure that everyone's okay because he has to run the business because he's got all these secrets. It's a whole thing.
So when he's
It's a
alone,
whole
he
thing.
cries in the corner by himself.
Yes, but when he's in front of people, he covers his eyes with his glasses so that people can't tell what he's thinking, and he keeps up this happy little facade, but also his AI wife is in his glasses, and he's the only one who can see her, and that gives him a little bit of comfort, but...
Is this so sad?
Wait, this is what the hell?
I love my boy.
An OC is not complete without a heavy dose of angst.
Oh yeah. I am my guy.
God,
It's my special guy.
beautiful.
Thank
Turned
you so
out
much for having
great.
me.
Thank you for coming, June. Where can our viewers find you? Where are you most active?
I am... Follow me on YouTube is where I want you to follow me. Find me there, Ginger Ninja OWO, a name that I came up with over a decade ago. Or actually, right, that's the business one that I use. I'm on Instagram. I'm on TikTok. That one's Jumpy June with 2 E's. And I'm on X, but I don't really want to necessarily. I don't want to leave X because I've got all my little shadow vanilla buddies over there now.
Yeah.
But also, I don't really. If you're not there, like, stay away. Okay.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for
Actually,
having us, and we hope you enjoy the rest of your visit in Japan.
I'm excited. I'm excited for the Tokyo Mew Mew Cafe.
Dude, the last. Oh, it's not a cafe. It's a pop-up shop.
Right. Sorry, we're going to get food and then also see Tokyo Mew Mew.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
It's okay. Patreon was already scrolling through. Bye.